Hello there. My name is Princess Victoria, and I happen to be in a place that I love to be. You know, I like to be in places where there are wonderful humans, and that's something a little bit different from where I'm from. You see, I'm from the Rainbow Realm, and this is a special opportunity for me. I have a message for you from the unicorns of the Rainbow Realm. I happen to be a princess in the unicorns Rainbow Realm, and I have sisters as well. There are 7 of us sister princesses, and we have a special job to do, always. Our job is to make sure that the earth is taken care of. Our job is to make sure that humans live in harmony with the earth and its creatures. So, today we're going to talk about what you can do as a human to take care of your world, to be a good steward. A steward is someone who takes care of something, and that happens to be your job. Now, I am in a different form today, and that is so you can understand me and so I can bring this message to you. This morning, I drank from the silver spring, and you know what that means? When I drink from the silver spring, that means that I become a human, almost. You can see there's still a bit of me that is unicorn, and what bit is that? Of course, I will always have my horn. It's just a part of me. But just for today, I get to be in a human form. Humans can't talk to unicorns. Of course, we can't understand each other. But when I'm in a human form, you can understand me. When a unicorn drinks from the silver spring, a transformation happens. That means I turn into a human, and I've got something to share with you. This is a book called How to Change the World in 12 Easy Steps. Now, this will show you a little bit about how to take care of the animals and the planet that you live in. A long, long time ago, unicorns lived everywhere on this planet, not just in the Rainbow Realm, hidden from humans. Now, have you ever seen a unicorn before in real life? It's very rare, because unicorns a long time ago were hunted, and humans wanted to use our horns and keep them for themselves. That's not safe for a unicorn. Of course we need our horns. Well, we decided to find a safe place that we could stay, and that's the Rainbow Realm. A place where the grass is all the colours of the rainbow. A place where there's a rainbow in the sky all the time. Now, a little bit later, I'm going to tell you something very important about rainbows. Have you ever seen a rainbow in real life? Do you have a favourite colour in the rainbow? I make one of the colours in the rainbow. That's why there's 7 of us princesses. Each of us can make one of the colours of the rainbow. It helps us to remember that together is the only way that we can create something beautiful, meaningful. We need each other. Of course, each of us does our own special part, but together is where the power truly lies. You can tell from the tip of my unicorn horn what colour I can make in the rainbow. And what colour is that? Cecilia, your favourite colour is purple, and that happens to be one of my favourite colours as well. When I'm in unicorn form, my whole body is purple, and I have golden hooves, and my mane is orange and pink. My unicorn horn actually looks exactly like this. It doesn't change a bit. I make orange in the rainbow because That is the orange at the tip of my unicorn horn, and that's where the magic comes. Blue and purple are your favourite colours in the rainbow, Jenny. Well, if you were a unicorn, what colour would you want your mane to be? Perhaps you even have some paper and some crayons, and you could draw yourself as a unicorn. You'd have to do a transformation the other way if you were going to be a unicorn like me. Like I did a transformation to turn into a human, and you could do a transformation to turn into a unicorn. And it would be fun to imagine just what you'd look like. Would you have perhaps all purple? Cecilia, do you think you'd have a purple horn and a purple mane and a purple body too? Perhaps you'd have golden hooves like me. Well, all of us sisters, when it's time to make a rainbow, we put the tips of our horns together and it creates a rainbow all together. In fact, that's how we'll get back home today. When I want to go back to the rainbow realm, all I do is point my horn to true north, and then, when my sisters are all doing the same, we'll create a rainbow. So look in the sky. Perhaps you'll see the rainbow today. It doesn't last for long, but it's extra sparkly. Your unicorn colours would be perfect for you, Jenny. Oh, Celia, I apologise. I said your name wrong. Celia, what colour would you want to have your horn be? I think that would be perfect for you. And I'd like to know also, while we read this story, I want you to tell me, do you have a favourite animal? I have a favourite animal too, and I'll tell you about it in a bit. Did you know you have the power to change the world? It's easier than you think. This book was written by someone who did wonderful, beautiful things in the world, even when she was sad, even when someone wasn't nice to her. She was very kind, and she was brave. Her name is Ava Moses Cole. Dolphins, Jenny. That is a lovely animal. Dolphins are always so happy, and they do need you to take care of the planet. Things like not littering and reducing, reusing and recycling are all lovely things to do to take care of the dolphins. Turtles are so fun, aren't they, Celia? I like turtles too. There are big turtles and tiny turtles. Which ones are your favourite? And can you show me with your hands how big you like your turtles to be? You can start small to change the world. Make your bed and tidy your room. She's saying, I can't find my phone. And she's saying, I'll help you clean up. And look, they found what they were looking for. Quite often, staying calm and cleaning up is the best way to find something. If you have a favourite toy that's lost, do you have a favourite toy that you'd always like to have with you? Right. I love to have all my favourite things with me. Oh, give your parents a kiss and a hug. Whenever you have someone who's special in your life, make sure they always feel that way. If you see a piece of trash, I'll bet you know what you should do. Be careful picking it up, because sometimes trash can be dangerous to touch. But, look, you can throw it away, can't you? If you see someone who needs help, what can you do? Look, this person might need some help. Look, of course, if someone needs help, then you help them, don't you? Let me be of help. Oh, thank you, Sanjay, he says. You can smile at someone. This is the most wonderful thing, and humans can do it. But it's much more difficult for a unicorn to smile than it is for a human to smile, wouldn't you say? I find it much easier to smile when I'm in my human form. It's one of my favourite things about being a human. is the smile. And you can smile at people that you know. You can smile at people you don't know. It's a great way to bring sunshine and sparkle magic to the world. That's one of the things we need from each other. Do you see someone sitting alone? Invite them to join you, or go sit with them. Look at how much happier they look over here. She is sad. Can you find her in this picture? Looking happier. We like to make each other feel happy, don't we? Is someone being bullied? This kid wants to play, and he says, "Scram, you don't know enough baseball to play." Well, to help, you can stand up to the bully with them, but don't bully the bully. Sparkle magic only happens when you are kind. So even if you are fixing a problem, remember to always be kind. Sparkle magic is something that unicorns send to the people in the world who are being kind. Sparkle magic is something that unicorns in the rainbow realm send to people on the earth who are always helping. And she says, "Everyone is welcome to play, George. You can be on our team." Everyone is different. Accept people for who they are. Look, they're wearing different outfits, but that's all right, isn't it? Even though I have a unicorn horn, which makes me very different from you, am I still someone you might want to be friends with? Someone you should be kind to? Of course, we should always be kind to each other. I would love to be your friend, even though we're not the same. It's okay to not be the same. No one is the same, just like this book says. They go over and decide to talk to her. "Hi, are you new? Nice to meet you. Welcome to our school." Just be the best you that you can be. Look, each one of them is painting something different. If each of you drew a picture of yourself as a unicorn, each one would be different and each one would be beautiful. That's one of the things that unicorns know about the world. The beauty is in how everything is different. That's why it's so exciting to go on adventures around the world. Now, when you have a rainbow, it's beautiful because all the colours are different from each other, right? They work together to make something lovely. And when you have a rainbow of people, that's beautiful too. No one is the same, and that's what's so exciting. Stay in school and develop your beautiful mind. Humans teach each other all the time. Never give up on yourself or your dreams. All things in life are possible. Look, this young boy wants to help animals, right? He never gave up on that dream, and now he helps animals for real. What is your dream? If you could be anything or do anything, what would you want it to be? I think you can do anything. Just don't give up. That means learn a little bit at a time. That's what school can be good for. And that's what trying new things can be good for too. Now I'm going to show you what happens on this page first. She says, "This is an amazing science project. It's for the science fair, isn't it?" And he says, "Yes, it is, thanks. I worked really hard on it." But look at him. What's he doing? He's throwing something. It's a football. And where does it land? "Oh no, it's ruined," he says. Forgive people who hurt you or your feelings. Forgiveness doesn't mean that what they did was okay or that you have to be friends. It's important to stay safe from people if they might hurt you again. Forgiveness means that you decide you don't want to be angry. And when the anger is gone, there's more space for happiness. Even unicorns feel angry sometimes. When we were driven from the world and had to find a safe place in the rainbow realm, we felt angry. We love all the things about the world and we want to be everywhere in the world. But unfortunately, we couldn't do that. Well, we gave our anger some space and we didn't let it grow. We just sat in the anger for just a moment and then we let ourselves be happy again. There's more room for happiness and the anger will always go away. If you're calm, then it will go away faster. It might take some time to be ready to forgive, and that's okay. You fixed it, she said. I did, he said, and I won first place. This book is based on beliefs and teachings of a woman named Eva Cole. When she was a child, Eva and her family were put into a prison camp where she lost her parents and her older sister. She had a reason to be angry too, but she chose to forgive. Many years later, Eva met a doctor who worked at the camp where her family was. The doctor was very kind and gave her the help she asked for. She decided writing him a letter of forgiveness would be the best way for her to thank him. Eva then decided to forgive all the people who caused her so much pain. To her surprise, when she forgave them, she felt powerful, she felt happy, and she wanted to tell everyone about her experience. I can't believe you saved turtles by adopting them, Celia. Are they with you right now? And do they have names? And are they big or little? I have so many questions. I would love to see them. If you would like to share a picture of your precious turtles, I'd love to see. You can share it on this group. It's just for our friends. Oh, hello, Adam. I'm so glad that you're here with me. My name is Princess Victoria, and I am a unicorn princess. I've taken a human form today, so we could be friends. And I have come from the rainbow realm to explore the world of humans. Eva, the woman who inspired this book, she spoke all over the world about her life and her beliefs to many adult audiences. She taught teachers and leaders of the whole world. But above all, Eva cared most about speaking to you, to children. She wanted every child to know that with doing little kind things and forgiveness, they could change the world. You can change the world. Eva is right. Even if you are young, you have the power to be kind, to be happy. You have the power to make people around you feel more kind and happy. Always remember, making the world a better place can start with one person. And who is that one person? It's you. Perhaps one day the world will be the kind of place that would welcome the unicorns to come back from the rainbow realm. And that sparkle magic that comes from kindness could come from you. There is someone else I want to share with you, Jane Goodall. And this is where I tell you what my favourite animal is. Can you guess from the picture on the cover? My favourite animals are chimpanzees. And this is about someone who lived with the chimpanzees. Of course, unicorns live with animals all the time. And when you see a double rainbow, have you ever seen a double rainbow? That means that it's a sign that you need to do something to take care of your world, to take care of the animals, because they need you. It's a symbol, a signal in the sky that all of our rainbow friends, all of our sparkle magic friends, like you, need to help. I can't believe that you won the jackpot. You got 600 tickets, Adam. That's quite exciting. And I'll bet you had to work pretty hard to get something like that. Sometimes helping animals is pretty hard. I bet it took a long time. And I'll bet that you were glad you had your friend Peter with you. This story is about someone who took a long time to do something amazing too. Would you like to hear about it? Humans are celebrating the history of women who have changed the world. And I want to share with you the history of Jane, who changed the world. Jane, Jane, where are you? Everyone had been searching for hours and hours for this girl. Her name was Valerie Jane Goodall. Then from the hen house, Jane came running to her mother shouting, "I know how an egg comes out!" At 5 years old, Jane was already a watcher. Jane watched all the animals in her world, big and small, earthworms, insects, birds, cats, dogs, and horses. Jane quietly watched an English robin at her window for days and weeks. She saw him come closer, then into her own room to eat some crumbs off her hand. When spring came, the robin even built a nest inside Jane's bookcase. Can you imagine having a robin, a bird, living in your room? Perched high up in her favourite beech tree, Jane read about Dr. Dolittle. He was a fictional character who could talk to the animals, and she read about Tarzan living with the apes in Africa. She wanted to go to Africa too and talk to the animals and live with the apes. If you could live with any animals, who would you want to live with? And where would you want to live? In the jungle? In the forest? In the ocean, perhaps? Would you want to live in the sky with the birds? There's so many amazing things you can choose, right? Well, when Jane's school days were over, she worked and she saved to buy a ticket to Kenya. That's in Africa. She hid her money under the parlour rug for safekeeping. Crossing the ocean, Jane stayed on the deck and watched the waves. Even when the cold wind blew, she saw all the different blues and the greens of the sea and the fish that glowed through the dark water. I think the water is beautiful. The water in the Silver Spring connects to the oceans. And the water in the Silver Spring is, do you know what colour? Definitely silver. Celia, a sea turtle, is a great choice. Those get quite large, don't they? They do some amazing things. Sea turtles can go very, very far. I think they're brave animals. And they have families too. As Jane stepped onto dry land, she closed her eyes in joy. And then Jane looked for work with animals. Can you pretend that you're on a ship? Ships are a little bit wavy, right? Can you wave back and forth like you're rocking on the waves in a ship? And let's pretend that we've just docked. Stop. And now it's time to step off of the boat and onto the dry land at our destination. We finally arrived. Now there's something we need to find. We're looking for chimpanzees. A famous scientist named Louis Leakey was looking for someone to watch and study chimpanzees. They're the animals that are most like humans, and he wanted to understand them better. Would Jane be interested? What do you think? Yes, she would. Jane travelled to the place in Tanzania where the chimps lived, Gombe. I wanted to learn things that no one else knew. I wanted to uncover secrets, she wrote. She set up camp far from any human dwelling. That first night, Jane lay awake listening to the new sounds. The croak of a frog. What does a frog sound like? Can you show me? Ribbit, ribbit. Oh, the hum of the crickets. Can you sound like a cricket too? Let's see. Cheep, 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 cheep. Something like that. The laugh of a hyena. Can you laugh? I'd like to see your laugh. And the hoot of an owl. Do you know what an owl sounds like? Of course. Let's do it together. Hoo, hoo, hoo. And looking up at the stars, she knew she was home. Shall we see if we can find that owl in the tree? Where is it? Right up there. At dawn, Jane walked into the forest. Up high, she found a peak to watch from. Every day she climbed to the peak to look for chimps. But though she could hear their pant-hoot calls to one another, she didn't see them. They're hiding. But can you find any? They're there, somewhere. There's so many. Jane walked down into the forest, hoping a chimp would appear. Still, the cautious chimps stayed hidden. Secretly, they watched Jane. Can you find a chimp on this page? When will I see a chimp? She wondered. But she's good at waiting. Remember, she waited for that little bird for a long time. She can wait for the chimps. Then Jane got sick. She fell ill with malaria. Lying in her tent, burning with fever, she almost lost hope. But when the fever left her body, she tried again to get close to the chimps. More weeks and months passed, till one day the chimps let Jane see them. She stayed in the background. She never hid, acted uninterested, and quietly watched. They finally came out. Now Jane watched every day, all day. She even huddled in the rain. She saw the chimps accept the rain. They didn't look for shelter like humans do. She kept notes about it all. You have to be patient if you want to learn about animals, she said. Being patient means you're good at waiting. You have a chance to be good at waiting when you're hungry and it's not quite time to eat yet. You can be patient, can be good at waiting. Some nights Jane even slept on the peak to be near the tree where the chimps were sleeping. She woke at dawn and saw them slowly rise from their nests, sit for a spell, and then go off to find food. When it's time to play and you are excited, but you can't find your favourite toy, you can be patient, right? You can be good at waiting until you find it. When you really, really want to go somewhere exciting, but it's not time to leave yet, what can you do? Can you be patient? Of course you can. Jane named the chimps. To her, each one was different, just like humans. A grey-bearded chimp was the first to approach Jane. She named him David Greybeard. David Greybeard he has taken bananas from my hand, so gently, no scratching, she wrote. David Greybeard let Jane come close. She watched him shape a stick into a tool to dig for termites. Before this, nobody knew that wild animals made tools. She watched David Greybeard eat meat. Before this, everybody thought chimps only ate plants. What do you like to eat? Do you like to eat plants? Like salad or vegetables or fruits? Do you like to eat meat as well? Unicorns only eat plants and berries and fruit. And because David Greybeard trusted Jane, now the other chimps let Jane come close too. How exciting! Chimps all around me. What a day! Chimps near, chimps far, old men, young men, ladies, children, babies, teenagers. The lot, she wrote. She's becoming friends with all the chimps. Jane watched the chimps when they were happy. She saw them hold hands and hug and kiss and laugh just like humans. Jane watched the chimps when they were angry or scared, and their hair stood up on end. She saw them swagger and throw tantrums. She kept out of the way. Jane watched the chimps at the waterfall, leaping and swinging in awe and wonder at the tumbling water. They look like they're having fun. At night, after a supper of beans and tomatoes and onions, Jane listened to Mozart and Bach as she wrote up her notes from the day. Years of notes were piled high everywhere, and Jane needed help, so assistants came too to watch and write. One day, Jane sadly left. All across Africa, forests were being cut down, and the chimps were losing their home. Poachers were shooting grown chimps and kidnapping their babies to sell to laboratories, to the circus and as pets. That's something that sort of happened to us unicorns as well. Some animals are great for pets, and some animals are meant to be free in the wild. Puppies and kittens are lovely pets. Some lizards are wonderful pets. Birds can be wonderful pets. Rabbits. What is your favourite pet? Perhaps turtles are good pets as well. But unicorns, chimpanzees, we should be free in the wild. Jane's beloved chimpanzees were in danger of becoming extinct. That means there may be no more of them. That was almost about to happen to the unicorns, and that's why we found the Rainbow Realm to be safe. But the chimpanzees couldn't go to the Rainbow Realm. They needed Jane to speak for them. Jane hated to leave her chimp friends, but she knew she must. She travelled to big cities and small towns all over the world, month after month, year after year, asking for help to save the chimps and the forests. Jane returned to the forests whenever she could. She climbed up to the peak, calling hello to the streams and hills and trees, David Greybeard at her side. Jane watched and listened again to the pant-hoot calls of her friends, and when she went back to civilization to speak out for the chimps, Jane carried with her the peace of the forest. The forest where she talked to the animals like Dr. Dolittle. She walked unafraid like Tarzan and watched and wrote and opened a window for us, for you, to the world of the chimpanzees. Jane Goodall made a difference for the world. She helped people to love animals and to understand them. Now you understand unicorns a bit better than you did before. And now you know that unicorns and humans can work together to make the world beautiful, to clean it up, and to take care of the animals. When you don't litter, you're making a beautiful world for yourself and for the animals as well. And when you make sure that you are always kind, you're making a beautiful world for each person, and you're bringing sparkle magic back into the world. And perhaps one day you'll even get to meet a unicorn in her true form. Thank you. Thank you so much for being my friend and for bringing sparkle magic to the world. Until next time, goodbye.